So you could start it. You know, catch both of us, like stand over there. And you say, I'm here today with...
Really? You're going to make me talk?
Oh, just so we have it on tape. I'm here today with Alan Hanslik and Stephen Moniz from Hanslik and Moniz Experiment. Hi, guys.
Are you from the Today Show?
You're doing very well.
Okay. I can insert the questions later, so...
Okay. So you really don't need me because you can just set it right here.
You want to put it on the tripod? Wait, no, you should walk around, make it interactive. And say, okay, so hi. Thanks. Yeah, so it's...
Zordak. I'm Zordak.
And I'm...
Morvok.
Morvok, okay. Morvok and Zordak and I've been, we met in '89 when we came to LA. We've been playing ever since. He used to play acoustic guitar. I used to play drums, and now I play keyboards, and now he plays guitar, synthesizer, and percussion, as you can see over there. So all good stuff. So there's the example of percussion. Here's the chimes. All right. So there's probably a lot of people do, who are musicians and songwriters. In the very beginnings, before we were telepathic, and we'll talk about that later, we would, get ideas for songs, write chord structures, key signatures, do verses and bridges and stuff. And over the years, we've kind of morphed into more of an open, loose style, from what people would refer to as just jamming. But for us, it's really a writing process to experiment and develop song ideas and things like that. So I'll play something, and then Steve will play something, just 30 seconds, and give you an idea of how that works.
Okay.
How's that? So that's a quick idea. Just come up with ideas. Obviously, there's a lot of sound source examples where we'll just hear something, but it's really just leaving it open and see what happens. What do you think?
Well, I'd like to talk about the time I was taken up in a flying saucer.
Oh, cool.
But most people don't believe it.
Really?
Yeah, they don't believe it. But it really did happen. It was back in 1984 on the outskirts of Yosemite. We were camping there by a river. And late at night, I woke up. It was about 3 in the morning, went out to take a pee out by the trees, whatever. And somewhere along the line, I just started getting real sleepy. And I didn't know what was happening. So I just ended up kind of falling onto the ground. When you get those real comfortable sleeps and you just want to just sleep. And so I just started sleeping on it, and I woke up. I was in a spacecraft of some sort. I was in some sort of room that wasn't from that area.
Right.
And it was really very strange. There was some sort of humanoids, which I could see their face, but I couldn't. It was very strange. It's like there was a thickness in the air, and which was almost like a different air. You could breathe, but it's like you couldn't see all the way through it, and everything was kind of wavy, like when you look through smoke or heat, when heat's coming up off the ground. That's what it was like. Right. Anyway, I don't want to get into all that. That's for another time.
Right.
But it was very strange.
That's cool. All right, let's see if we can set the mood for that so people can get a better idea. That was it. Cool.
Yeah.
There you go. So that's a good example of, you know, like everyone always talks about. I mean, inspiration comes from a lot of different places, and that's certainly a pretty impactful event that will give you lots of motivations for what we think we could write. So, what else would you like to know? About the. We're here, by the way, in my studio in Cambria, California, and Steve graciously has come up from wherever he lives. I don't know what city where do you live?
Simi Valley.
Oh, it's technically Simi Valley.
Yes.
Which,
Ventura County.
was that like Box Canyon or something? Or
Close to it.
Okay, yeah.
And that's another story
Okay.
that I could talk about, but I don't think I have the time right now.
Okay. All right.
And I
Well,
don't think the audience would be, you know.
So how
really
did you
wants to hear
meet?
it's a kind of a long, drawn-out story, but it's about a little cave in Box Canyon that had some weird writing on the wall. Anyway, I'll talk about that.
okay.
So where did you two meet?
JBL.
Yeah. So we both, came out to California, and you know, part of you know, like a lot of artists, you know, working regular jobs and doing music, and you know, paying the bills, and so yeah, Steve and I worked together at JPO, and discovered I played drums back then, and he played guitar, and finally came over to the house, at our townhouse, which was the Studio A, and played acoustic guitar, drums, bass guitar, and then electric guitar, and then it wasn't until later on I played moved over to keyboards, and we did some stuff. So we've been playing ever since. So now, you know, my story is the, you know, people will talk about musical language, and you know, musicians on stage, especially jazz musicians, they improvise. You know, they're improvising notes across key signatures and time signatures all the time, and they never talk. So Steve and I very seldomly talk anymore. It's all very musical. So we'll give you another example of that, just because I don't like to talk too much. We'll play something else and just see what comes out of it. And this is an example of that telepathic musical thing that goes on. There you go. So there's another, good example of that. And so it's been, she's 30 years. Can you believe that? Almost 30 years.
Oh, yeah.
So we've been playing. So, you know, and, you know, sometimes I think maybe the length of time makes a difference, but other times it's probably there's just a connection sometimes musically between people and what they do. So between having that and playing a long time, you know, we're on our 5th album or so. You know, we're going to re-release a couple early albums that were out there that we want to redo and put out there as well, and see what else we want to do. Anything else you'd like to hear from us?
I'd like to say hi to my mom. She's not with us anymore, but just in case, because you never know.
Never know.
So always say hi to your mom.
Okay, this is saying hello to your mom music. So yeah, I mean, a bit more about that songwriting process, right? That it is pretty non-traditional. Even though I just read recently Vangelis, jokingly, that band said, yeah, we never really wrote songs in a traditional way. They had some amazing sequencers. They would get in the studio and just experiment. And so Steve and I pretty much do that. People may not believe, with just 2 hands and 4 or 5 synthesizers and a guitar synthesizer plus a guitar and things and an open mind, we write stuff in the moment. So a lot of things you'll hear on our albums are all from our heads and maybe other parts of our bodies that you can't see. And whatever. Because they're in a different dimension. Right?
Yeah, that's true.
That's why you can't see them. So that's it. So, but Steve, yeah, and I grew up, played a little accordion and fell in love with jazz. Steve's been influenced by everybody from Muddy Waters to the Beatles and knows an amazing amount of music theory and studied jazz. And if we had acoustical guitar, he plays an amazing guitar. So there's really definitely a fusion between both of us and all of our influences, and then we fuse that together. Or maybe we fizz it together. Fission,
Yes.
Fusion, something like that.
Fission.
Fission, yeah. Fission's.
Well, fission's like suds on a root beer float.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, I've proven that because I had a root beer float, and I could feel the fizz.
Oh, okay.
So it's
There.
Yeah.
You don't need any more scientific proof than that. That's pretty good. All right, we're going to do one more for closing. There you go. That's it. We've been playing for 2 days now, working on our newest upcoming album, yet to be named. But if you'd like to throw your names in a hat, we'd be happy to entertain names.
good idea.
Right? So
He's the thinker.
I'm the thinker.
I'm the goof off.
I'm the serious guy. And we can't do it without Steven. So all this is combined effort. So anyway, thanks. That's it. Hope you all enjoyed, and we'll see you
Next time.
next time.
Cut.
Shut up the king.